Hey, sixth grade, and welcome to your online Spanish class. So, this week we'll be getting back to the workbooks. Hopefully, you've had a chance to pick them up, and if not, I'll be sending the files on GradeLink so that you can print them off as needed. Okay, so this unit will focus on La Familia, which is family. And this lesson, lesson 1, will talk about family members. So, in this picture, you see we have el padre, la hija, el hijo, and la madre. Okay, so here we have el padre and papá. So padre is going to be like father, and papá is going to be dad. La madre is mother, and mamá is mom. Okay, and then we have la hija, the daughter, and el hijo, the son. And then together they are la hermana y el hermano, the sister and the brother. Okay, so let's look at the vocabulary. I will read them to you. La madre, la mamá, el padre, el papá, la hermana, el hermano, el hijo, la hija, el abuelo, la abuela, la prima, el primo, el tío, la tía. Okay, so make sure that you are practicing the pronunciation of these. You can pause the video as needed to do that, okay? So the first practice session says, for each of the following family members, take turns asking and answering the following questions. So I know you guys aren't in class, but if you can call a classmate and do this or FaceTime with them, that's an option. Or just work with someone at home, a sibling, a parent, even a grandparent. Okay, so let's practice the pronunciations. ¿Qué significa madre? Significa mother. ¿Cómo se escribe madre? Se escribe M-A-D-R-E. Okay, and here's a fun little section. You can play hangman, which in Spanish is verdugo. Okay, and again, you can call a classmate or just play with someone at home, and you can try and use the vocabulary up here to figure out a word. Okay, for page 23, I'm going to change the directions a little bit because it says to copy the Spanish word and then draw lines to match to the English. But I think we know that it kind of gets messy sometimes, so I would rather you write the letter for the answer on the line. So for example, tía means aunt, so you find aunt, which is C, and we would write the letter C on the line. And all of these vocabulary words are from the previous page. Okay, then you will move on to lesson 2. Tienes, which means do you have. Okay, so this is one of those examples where we've talked about one word meaning or turning into a phrase. Okay, so, and we know that sometimes it works in English and in Spanish, depending on what we're saying. So, in this instance, tienes means do you have. So, let's read the examples here. ¿Tienes una hermana? Sí, tengo una hermana. ¿Tienes hermanos? Sí, tengo una hermana y dos hermanos. Okay, so notice that here the plural for hermanos doesn't just mean brothers, it can also mean siblings. Okay, it's one of those instances where the masculine form of the word takes both genders into account when we're talking about a group. Okay, so for this practicar section, okay, the model says, that the example says, ¿Tienes un tío? Sí, tengo dos tíos. So again, practice talking with someone, okay, and then you were going to replace un tío, which is number 1 here, with the rest of these family members. So for example, I would say, ¿tienes una hermana? And then you could answer, sí, tengo una hermana, or no, no tengo hermanas. Remember we talked about that negative. So it would be no, comma, no tengo hermana. No, I don't have a sister. Right, during this section, you will draw a family tree, including yourself, any siblings, parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles. And then present your family tree with tengo. Okay, so you're going to use that phrase again. Tengo un abuelo y una abuela. I have a grandmother and a grandfather. For lesson 3, we go over numbers 20 to 100. Números 20 al 100. Okay, so remember that through 30, all the numbers are one word. And then at 31, we start to break it down into the 3 sections. So 31, 32. And that goes all the way down through 99. So here we're going to use numbers to practice saying phone numbers. Okay, and in here you'll see that the dashes are a little different, or the underlining is. So when you have a single underlined number, you're going to say that number singularly. So for example, this would be 4, 6, 8, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 4, 6, 8, 3, 1, 2, 3. If you come down to the example next to it, you see that this is underlined as a 2-digit number, and so is this. So this one would say 903 74 65. Okay, so practice saying all of these the way that they're indicating. Okay, and see how fast you can get this done. So here's a quick little bingo card, or loteria. So you can fill in the squares with any numbers from 20 to 100 and practice playing bingo with a friend or a family member. Okay, for number 3, we're going to read the questions out loud with a partner, then ask similar questions about each other's families, okay, or your own family if you're doing this at home. Okay, ¿cuántos años tienes? Tengo 10 años. ¿Cuántos años tiene tu mamá? Mi mamá tiene 40 años. And here you can see what that means. So then for this section, you're going to write down the phone numbers that I say. Okay, so we're only going to do 3 for this section. So I'm going to keep it as simple as I can. Okay, so for number 1, this is your number. 770 474 1093. Number 2, 678 229 1517. Number 3, 404 298 3212. Okay, so for most of these, I did the last 4 digits as 2-digit numbers, except for the last one. I kind of mixed it at the end. So if you need to go back and rewind it, that's totally fine. Do it as many times as you need. Okay, for this section, we're going to write out the number word in Spanish. So 25, 100, 96. You can do that all the way down through number 12. And this is our last section on page 27. You're going to state each of your family members' name and age using the model. Okay, here's the example, modelo. Mi hermano se llama Paul y tiene 20 años. So my brother's name is Paul and he is 20 years old. So here they're going to change the family member, and if it doesn't apply to you, just go ahead and make it up, okay? So you're going to fill out a name and then you're going to fill in how old they are. And you'll see down here it even talks about your dog or your cat. So if you don't have one, just go ahead and make one up. Alright guys, I hope that you find this helpful. If you have any questions, just make sure to send me an email, give me a phone call, and I'm here to help you with whatever you need. So just let me know, and I hope you guys are safe and enjoying your time at home. Alright, see you guys soon. Bye.